Does that say Singapore? Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur is a journey with its own set of ups and downs. And this is my journey.
What is up, people? Welcome to another episode of vlogs, whatever it is that I do, whatever you consider that I do, whatever fits your scene. Welcome to another episode. And we're here in Singapore. Like we spoke in one of the previous episodes, I'm here to explore the market. It's a beautiful city. It's been about 3 weeks for me here in Singapore, so this vlog is a little late. I should have probably made a couple of more vlogs for like every week, like at least that was the plan to begin with, but then we're late already, so don't complain, okay? Just take it as you have it. What's the big deal, right? Some honorable mentions would be the traffic. That's at best the maximum traffic that happens here. And something worth mentioning is also that people here do not honk. Like, even if there is so much distance between two cars, the car behind it, the guy just decides not to honk. And that's how empty roads usually are. Still a green light. Do you know that Singapore has a population of half the population of Bangalore. It's about the same size as Bangalore. Like, the whole country is about the same size as Bangalore city, about 700 square kilometers. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's about 700 square kilometers, and it's about the same size, but half the population. And it shows, doesn't it? Just look at that. The thing about exploring a new market is that there's a lot of work, not in terms of, traveling and meeting people, but also in terms of sort of understanding systematically of what a market exactly needs. I mean, there's always what the media says, and there is something that is the ground reality, and often what the media says is a little different from ground reality. How different it is really depends on region to region and how the media plays out in that region. Understanding that is why you actually need to be there in that particular demographic, in that particular country, in that particular state, to be able to understand what the market really needs. Don't go by the media. Don't go by what the TV wants you to believe. Don't go by it. Visit the market. See it for yourself. Visit the country. See it for yourself. Talk to people here. And the more ground level folks that you can talk to, the more people who are actually working in that specific industry, the more of these people that you can talk to, the more of the exact actual perspective you can get on how the market operates. It's been a couple of weeks, it's been more than a couple of weeks, in fact it's been almost 3 weeks since I've been here in Singapore, and I have gathered a lot of information about how the market here operates. I have spoken to, which I believe I've spoken to really relevant people here, and Singapore market makes a lot of sense. To be very fair and honest, Singapore market makes a lot of sense, and I came to this place with different set of expectations, completely different set of expectations, because my expectations were predominantly based on what the media had to say about Singapore, and there was so much talk in the media about how the country and the government is investing in soft skills and the development of their employees, and how the companies here are also starting to take interest in the development of soft skills for their employees, because now that the unemployment is increasing in Singapore, it made more sense for the government to start investing in skills and skill development. And all of this was in the media, all of this was in news, there were articles about it and all of that, but none of it has started to happen yet. And that's something that I realized it a couple of, I realized it after I came here to Singapore. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that the government has begun its efforts to invest in skill development for its citizens, but then it hasn't started yet. So the implementation hasn't happened yet. And it's sunny. Boy, it's sunny. It's sunny in Singapore all the time. Like, there was just a brief couple of days that were cloudy. It didn't rain in Singapore, not even once. It was just cloudy for a few days and then back to being sunny. So here in Singapore, major issue for me has been the food. It's not that they don't have food. They have plenty of food, but I'm a vegetarian. It's not like I'm a Indian vegetarian. Like, Indian is not my, not the cuisine that I really like and I want to have only Indian. It's not that. It's just that I'm a vegetarian and there are not so many vegetarian options here in Singapore. Like, when I say not so many vegetarian options, I mean they do have vegetarian restaurants, but they end up serving chicken and mutton in those restaurants as well, and that's pretty disappointing. Unless, of course, there are a few restaurants which make stuff that look like chicken and mutton and fish, and they make it out of soya. So unless that's the case, I don't know how many restaurants do that. Plus, a lot of these restaurants are run by the Chinese people and the Indonesian people, so you need to know their local language. I don't know much of it. I just know a little bit of Chinese. Ni hao ma. Learned a few, picked up on a few. So I just know a little bit of Chinese to sort of get around, maybe like just make people smile and maybe laugh at me. But that's all the Chinese I know. But a lot of these restaurants are also run by Indonesians and I don't know their language, and it becomes sort of very difficult to make sense of what is vegetarian and what's not. They might call it vegetarian. You ask them, is it vegetarian? They'll be like, yeah, but then it freaking says chicken, so you really don't know what you're eating. So that's been a problem. So I have been visiting this place called Little India. It's a place in Singapore where there is a huge population of Indians, and obviously because there's a huge population of Indians, there's a lot of Indian restaurants. And Indian restaurants, you can understand shit, right? Like, if it says Matar Paneer, it's gonna be Matar Paneer. If it says Dal Makhani, it's gonna be Dal Makhani. If it says Masala Dosa, it's gonna be Masala Dosa. It's not gonna be Chicken Masala Dosa. So you can understand that shit. So I'm sort of used to that lingo. That way, food has been an issue unless I go to Little India and like get myself food. Unless that's the case, it's been a problem. Otherwise, Singapore is one beautiful, beautiful city. Country now. Like, it's a small country, but it's still a country. What a beautiful country. What a beautiful, beautiful country. If you've not been to Singapore, you should. Just for fun, just as a tourist to explore. Not like me, not as a business person here to explore the market, but just as a tourist, you should come down to Singapore and just probably stay. The tourist visa in Singapore, they give it to you for like 30 days. So you can come here for like 25, 30 days and just live here. Like if you have the luxury of time that way. Otherwise, if you're working in a corporate job and obviously you can't afford a 30-day leave, but I can. I'm an entrepreneur. Just smoothly, just gonna rub it on your face like that. Deal with it. Most of these birds do not give a shit about human beings. Like there was a time when I was just sitting in there at like an open restaurant and a bird just happened to just land on my table and just was there, you know, enjoying the way I was eating. So I didn't feed the bird, but it was still looking at me like, hey, give me some food. So I'm just gonna test it out, like how hungry are these pigeons? Are you guys hungry? Do you care? You're gonna run now? And that's it for today. That's it for this vlog. I hope to see you again in my next vlog. I don't know when that's gonna be. Hopefully next week. And hope to see you then. And hope to hear more from you in the comment section below. So whatever it is that you feel, just leave it in the comment section below. Until then, ciao.